Are you struggling to lose weight? Well, if so, make sure you watch this video. I'm going to actually break down the 2 fuel sources that our body uses, and I'm going to explain to you the one that actually helps us lose weight fast. And so in case you don't know me, my name is Jason Chaney, and I specialize in helping people lose weight by transitioning to a plant-based diet. But most importantly, I help them identify their self-image when it comes to their food home, so they never have to worry about gaining weight ever again. And so, do you actually know the 2 fuel sources that our body uses to create energy? And if not, don't feel bad, because most of us don't know this, including myself. I did not know this until I started studying health and taking this to making this actually my life's purpose. And so I discovered this about 3-4 years ago, that our body can only create energy or burn fuel from 2 sources. And if we're using the wrong source, we're not going to always get the results that we want. We may get short-term results and then end up bouncing back and forth, because our body cannot burn that fuel efficiently on a consistent basis. And so the 2 fuel sources are fat and carbohydrates. And it was really interesting when I started discovering this, because I really started reading and started looking at every diet that I was doing. Every diet that I did in the past either put me in a starvation mode of counting your calories, which doesn't matter, or they started telling me eat more fats, stop eating the carbohydrates. And I was really trying to understand, why don't any diets out here tell us to do carbohydrates? And it really comes down to, if you actually go to a complete carbohydrate or a carbohydrate dominant diet, you will actually start losing weight and keeping it off. That is the beauty of it. And that's one of my secrets, is like, I eat a lot of carbohydrates because I know that it's an energy source for my body and it burns off. And just to show you the difference in them from a caloric point of view, 1 gram of carbohydrate is only 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. We're talking about double. So your body has to work even harder to burn it off. And I know you may be like, oh, but Jason, I've gotten results from the low carb diets. But let me just explain to you, whether you've done a low carb, Atkins, paleo, caveman diet, primitive diet, whatever they want to call it, where it's meat dominant and they tell you don't eat any carbs, it's the exact same diet. And the thing behind that diet is, it is not healthy. Yes, if you eat those type of diets, you will get a short-term weight loss result. But really think about it. Do you want to just lose weight and not be able to live longer? Like, this is what was very important, and these diets don't address this. And the problem with, if you go on a completely fat energy source, which most of us actually do, especially if we eat the standard American diet, because we don't count for the butters, the heavy creams, the cheese, all these hidden fat sources that we put in our diet, including the oils. And when we do that, the thing with it is that we're not looking at, they're high in saturated fat. They're high in cholesterol. So like cholesterol, which is the cause of all heart issues, whether it's a stroke, heart disease, whatever other type of heart issues there are. I don't want to go into too much detail about that, because that's not my specialty, but all of it has a leading cause of all of those is high cholesterol. This is why a lot of people have to go on statins and different types of drugs to try to help keep their cholesterol low. But the truth is, we can lower our cholesterol on our own just by not eating a high fat source. So like, if you're like, Jason, I don't want to just go vegetarian, I don't want to go vegan, I don't want to go plant-based like you, that is fine. You don't have to eat like I have to eat. This is the beauty about this. You can still have those fat sources. You can still eat those animal products if you want to, but load up on your vegetables, load up on your carbs. So like, I like to tell people, if you still want to eat animal products, then like, if you eat, don't eat more than 4 ounces of animal products at a time in one sitting. Meaning, if you're going to eat a piece of chicken, measure it out. Let it be 4 ounces. Know exactly what you're eating. Because once you start going over that, you're getting a level of cholesterol that is so high, it's hard to eat enough vegetables in a day for you to counterbalance it. And like, this is one of the most important things. So usually I tell people, first thing you do is load up veggies on your plate, because all veggies have carbohydrates and they have fiber in it. So all these are things that your body needs to survive. And if you're not familiar with fiber, only about 5% of the people in the world gets enough fiber on a daily basis. For Americans, the daily recommended value of fiber is 22 grams, and the average American get anywhere from 5 to 10 grams. This is how deficient it is. And the thing about fiber, which they don't tell you, The more fiber that you're eating, so every 8 grams after that 22 grams of fiber, you're actually reducing your risk of heart disease. You're reducing your risk of stroke. You're even reducing your risk of certain cancers. And this has been proven. If you need to see some of the sources, go to nutritionfacts.org. That is from a plant-based scientist, Dr. Michael Greger. He has dedicated his life to doing the scientific research on these. And this is where this information is coming from. And so if you still want to eat meat and high-fat sources like that, just load up on your vegetables first. So do a 3-to-1. Do about a third of your plate. It's not a third. 3/4 of your plate needs to be vegetables, and then have that one piece of meat or fish or chicken, whichever you prefer to eat, and that's okay. But now if you're saying, Jason, I want to just start burning weight, I want to do like you and just start cinching and melting it off, then you need to go on a predominantly carbohydrate fueled diet, meaning you need to eat just vegetables. You can eat potatoes, you can eat French fries, you can eat all of these different things. Now, when I say just eat vegetables, that don't mean you eating salads all day. I don't eat salad. Like yesterday, we had a big pot of ramen and we chopped up cabbage. We had edamame in there, onions. I don't think it was missing with some mushrooms because we love mushrooms. But like that shows you that's a veggie forward and it's a high carbohydrate meal. And it burns off easily. Like we didn't go to bed just full, like, oh, my stomach is hurting, oh, this. And then I ate something this morning for breakfast. Like, that's the beauty about it. The other thing is, like, if you say, oh, I still like to eat burgers though, but I want to go more carbohydrate, you can still have your burgers too. This is where we live in now in the world, especially if you're in the United States, the level of alternative meats they have out there, which is to provide you the texture. And if you're still feeling like, oh, I need more protein, these are protein forward options. So like you can do the Beyond Burgers, the Impossible Burgers, Dr. Praeger's. Like for me, I still like bean burgers over the alt meats, but that's my preference. And if your preference is like you need more of the meaty texture, the meaty taste, then use those products. It's okay, because the thing about them is those products don't have cholesterol in it. Cholesterol only comes from eating animal products. So you're still being able to have your burgers. They have chicken patties now. They have nuggets now. They have all the different types of meats that you wouldn't even believe that's out there. And the beautiful thing about them, if you need to use the alternative meats, now you can even find them in some Dollar Generals, some of the other dollar stores. Sorry, I can't remember the name of them. I'm thinking of the dollar store they have here. But also you can find them in Target, Walmart, Aldi. You can find them in a lot of different budget-friendly places. So don't feel like you have to break the bank. You don't have to go to your Whole Foods or Sprouts to get these foods. And also now you can even find coupons and deals in them in places. Like, it's crazy how affordable they are. I remember when we first transitioned, like trying to get alternative meats or plant-based option stuff, like it was expensive. Like I'm talking about spending about $100 to $200 on just enough meals for about 3 or 4 days. And now you can get a whole week worth of meals for about $50. Like this is how affordable it is now. So don't believe the hype of what people say from back in the day, like, oh, it's so too expensive to eat healthy, because it's not that expensive now. You just have to know where to go, and you have to start seeing the different options that are out there. And so if you want to, other thing is, if you want to go into a more carbohydrate meals to lose weight faster, then also pick the fruits and vegetables that you like. Don't go and eat things that you don't like. Like, I don't like eggplant, so don't, like, if you don't like it, don't eat it. If you don't like mushrooms, don't eat mushrooms, because it's just going to turn you off, and it's just going to make it harder for you to stick to the plan. The big thing about this is you want to create a new, healthier habit. And remember, the words I'm saying is healthier, not healthy. Like, don't feel like you have to be healthy. Like, when we start putting these definitive words on, it makes it real hard to start transitioning and start getting the results that we want. Because then we're looking each and every day like, oh, I ate healthy for 2 days. Like, why am I not losing weight? Like, just be healthier. Go for each and every day. Because, you know, I've been doing this for about 5.5 years now, a little bit over 12,000 days or 14,000, somewhere in there. Like, where I was at day 10 looked nothing like where I am today. And so, like, if you just keep going and getting that slow momentum, you'll start, by the time you look back after a few months, you'll be like, damn, I'm this person now. And you'll start feeling happier. You'll start seeing yourself having more energy. And so that's all you have to do. Focus on being healthier. Even if you still want to eat a little bit of meat and things like that, just cut back on some of the cheese. Cut back on some of the dairy. If you can, switch to plant-based dairies and cheeses so you can cut back on the cholesterol, because all of those things add up. And the magic number for cholesterol is 150. all the plant-based doctors say they have not seen any case of heart issues once they get their clients under 150. So aim for getting under that 150 for your total cholesterol. And one of the best ways to do it is just start cutting back some of the excess animal products. If you like cheese, start trying different plant-based cheeses. You're getting the same flavors without the cholesterol. If you like using butter, start using margarine or start using some of the plant-based butters. Same flavors without all the cholesterol. If you like using dairy, start using some of the plant-based dairies because you're getting the same taste without all of the cholesterol, without all the harmful benefits. And so that's the beauty about being healthier. You have to just make small changes at a time. You don't have to try to change your whole lifestyle. So I hope you got some value from this. If you like this type of content, make sure you hit the like button. And if you know someone who's struggling with losing weight, go ahead and share this video with them or even tag them on the video underneath in the comments so they can start seeing like, look, there's people out here that are getting results. There's people out here that can help you get to the weight goal that you have in mind, because all of us want to be healthier, happier, and have more energy each and every day. All of us want to be able to live a long, fruitful life, especially to enjoy our family, our kids, our grandkids, and just our family and our extended family in general. Like, those are just the things that all of us want. It don't matter what color we are, whether we're male or female, like none of those things matter. It's just those simple things that we want in life, and you should be able to have those things also. So I hope you got value from it. If you want to follow more content like this, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click the link up above or below. And in there I share a whole lot of other videos, a lot of shorts, things just to help you get through your day. And one of the beautiful things about the YouTube channel is something that you can watch while you're going to work or while you're just doing mundane tasks in the background. So that's why I put all my videos there and upload more videos there for you also. So have a great Wednesday, stay supercharged, and I'll see you tomorrow.